Have you ever wondered how the earliest warriors fought their battles? The dawn of warriors begins in a time that may seem distant, yet is deeply ingrained in our shared human history. Around 4,500 years before Christ, a civilization emerged in the fertile crescent of Mesopotamia, the Sumerians. The Sumerians were among the first to transition from primitive warfare to a more organized form of combat. They wielded simple weapons, spears, clubs, and axes, but what they lacked in complexity, they made up for in technique. Each weapon was an extension of the warrior himself, held with firm grip and swung with decisive force. An axe was not just an axe, it was a symbol of power and determination. The spear, long and pointed, was as threatening as it was tactical. It served as a tool for piercing the enemy from a safe distance, a testament to the Sumerians' understanding of warfare. And the club, while seemingly basic, was a formidable weapon in the hands of a Sumerian warrior, capable of delivering crushing blows that could shatter bones and armor alike. But the prowess of the Sumerians was not confined to their weapons. They were also masters of rudimentary tactics that set the foundation for future warfare. Shield walls, a tactic where warriors would stand close, shields interlocked, created an almost impenetrable wall of protection. Skirmishing, a strategy of engaging the enemy in brief sporadic combat, allowed them to wear down their opponents gradually. The Sumerians, with their simple weapons and basic tactics, painted the first strokes on the vast canvas of warfare. They showed us that warfare is not just about the strength of arms, but also the strength of strategy, unity, and resilience. The Sumerians set the stage for the evolution of warfare, but they were just the beginning. As we journey forward in time, we'll see how these early concepts of warfare evolved, giving rise to new tactics, new weapons, and new warriors. From the Sumerians, we move forward to the Age of Swords. This period marked a significant leap in warfare, with the advent of the sword serving as a game-changer on the battlefield. Born in the fires of the Bronze Age, these weapons were more than just tools for combat. They were symbols of power, status, and courage. Crafted with meticulous precision, these swords were designed for close-quarter combat. Their shorter length made them perfect for thrusting and slashing, while their sturdy construction allowed them to parry blows and stand up to the test of time. The sword was a weapon of versatility, a perfect balance of offense and defense. As we traverse different cultures, we encounter a variety of these formidable blades. Take, for instance, the Roman gladius. Compact, robust, and deadly, the gladius was the Roman soldier's best friend. Its double-edged design was perfect for thrusting into the enemy, while its firm grip ensured the wielder's control in the heat of battle. Then there was the Greek xiphos. Similar to the gladius, the xiphos was a double-edged sword, but it was typically shorter and leaf-shaped. Greek warriors wielded the xiphos in one hand with a shield in the other, creating a lethal combination of offense and defense. As time passed, swords evolved, reflecting the changing tactics and technologies of warfare. From the slender, sharp katana of the Japanese samurai to the heavy, crushing broadsword of the medieval knights, each culture had its unique spin on this versatile weapon. The sword, with its evolving designs, became an iconic symbol of the warrior. It was more than just a weapon. It was a testament to their skill, bravery, and honor. Each sword told a story, a tale of battles fought, victories won, and legends born. The Age of Swords wasn't just an era of warfare, it was a time of heroes and myths, of courage and valor, of strength and honor. And so, the sword remains etched in our collective memory, a stark reminder of the warrior's indomitable spirit. And while the sword brought warriors closer, the bow allowed them to strike from afar. Indeed, the advent of archery marked a significant shift in the dynamics of ancient warfare. It wasn't just about brute strength or the size of your blade anymore. Warfare had entered a new era, one where precision, patience, and strategy took center stage. Archery was a game-changer, enabling warriors to engage their enemies from a distance, well before they could strike with their swords or spears. No longer were battles solely decided in the thick of melee combat. The battlefield had expanded, and now it was the archers who often held the key to victory. Yet, becoming an archer wasn't a simple task. It required a different set of skills and tactics compared to melee combat. Archers had to master the art of precision and timing. They had to calculate distance, wind direction, and even predict the movement of their targets. Theirs was a dance of patience and deadly accuracy. The weapons of an archer, their bows, were as varied as the warriors themselves. The Egyptians, for instance, favored the composite bow. Made from a combination of wood, horn, and sinew, these bows were compact yet powerful, ideal for the open deserts of ancient Egypt. On the other hand, the English longbow was a weapon of immense power and range. Carved from a single piece of yew, these bows were taller than the men who wielded them. These formidable weapons could launch arrows with such force that they could pierce through even the thickest of armor. So, while the melee warriors clashed sword against sword in the heat of battle, the archers stood back, their eyes focused, their hands steady. With each draw of their bow, they held the power to change the course of the battle, one arrow at a time. Whether up close or at a distance, ancient warriors had a vast arsenal at their disposal. The tale of ancient warfare is not just the story of the sword and the shield, but also the bow and the arrow and the men and women who wielded them with deadly precision. But what about when warriors took to wheels? Imagine, if you will, the thunderous roar of hooves and the creak of wooden wheels as chariots barrel across the battlefield. This wasn't just a mode of transport. It was a game changer, a revolution in ancient warfare. In the sun-scorched sands of ancient Egypt, chariots made their grand entrance onto the battlefield. These two-wheeled vehicles, drawn by a pair of robust horses, gave warriors the ability to swiftly maneuver through the chaos of war, turning the tide in their favor. The Egyptian charioteers, armed with bows and arrows, could fire volleys at their enemies while on the move, a feat that was previously unimaginable. But it wasn't just in Egypt where chariots made their mark. Over in the Far East, the ancient Chinese also harnessed the power of these vehicles. In fact, they took it a step further, incorporating a three-man team, one to drive, one to defend, and one to attack. This demonstrated an early understanding of the importance of teamwork and roles within a military unit. Now, let's not forget the unsung heroes of this innovation, the horses. Breeding and training these animals for war was a crucial part of the process. The right horse could mean the difference between victory and defeat. These powerful beasts had to be strong enough to pull the chariot at high speeds, agile enough to navigate the battlefield, and disciplined enough to obey their handlers amidst the cacophony of war. The introduction of chariots in warfare was a testament to human ingenuity. It not only changed the way battles were fought, but it also highlighted the importance of mobility on the battlefield. Yet, it was more than just speed and maneuverability. It was about teamwork, between the charioteer and his horse, between the archer and his driver, between the individual and the unit. The chariot, a testament to the importance of mobility and teamwork in warfare. From the dawn of civilization to the age of swords, archery, and chariots, warfare has evolved in fascinating ways. It's a journey that has taken us from the raw and visceral hand-to-hand combat of the earliest warriors to the refined precision of the sword, the long-range lethality of the archer, and the game-changing mobility of the chariot. Our exploration began with the dawn of warriors, where combat was as personal as it gets. Here, strength, agility, and courage were paramount. These warriors trained their bodies and minds to become formidable fighters, mastering the art of hand-to-hand combat with lightning-fast strikes and defensive techniques. Then came the age of swords, an era marked by the rise of the blade. Swords were no mere tools. They were symbols of power, crafted with the utmost precision and care. Each sword was unique, designed to slash through enemies or parry incoming attacks, a testament to the craftsmanship of its maker. Next, we ventured into the realm of archery and distance warfare. This was a game of precision and accuracy, where a single well-placed arrow could shift the balance of a battle. Armed with bows and arrows, these warriors could inflict damage from afar, raining down a hail of projectiles upon their enemies. The invention of the chariot revolutionized warfare, offering speed and mobility previously unseen on the battlefield. These powerful vehicles, pulled by equally powerful steeds, allowed warriors to swiftly maneuver through the chaos of war, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. Beyond the weapons and the individual skill, however, was the power of unity. Ancient warriors fought in disciplined formations, creating strong defensive walls with their interlocking shields. This teamwork and unwavering solidarity was perhaps their greatest weapon. Even as we marvel at the tactics and weapons of today's armies, we must remember that they all started somewhere, with the ancient warriors who first took up arms to defend their people and their lands.